built for big water at fast speeds and a comfortable fishing platform. You need for baseball, basketball, hunting, fishing, camping, you probably don't need it. American Bait Works, distributors of Scum Frog, Snag Proof, and net baits. Denali Rods. One of the finest rods on the market right now is Denali Rods. I got them on my boat on the guide service, and they just outperform everything. Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, protecting the wildlife and fisheries for tomorrow's future. Averitt, logistics and trucking. You need something shipped, whether it's local, cross country, call our friends at Averitt. Shimano. Folks, they've always had great rods and reels at Shimano, and now they got hard baits. You know, we see Frank Holly at our tournaments. Stop by and chat with him. Cedar Hill Metalworks. One of our boat captains, Ron Holt, makes all kinds of steps and can fix your trailers if you have something wrong with you, so give him a call. Livingston Lures, makers of the classic winning lures. Tightline Jigs. There's no better jig on the market, folks, right here than Tightline Jigs. I've used them for about 15 years, and I've tried other ones that don't work. J3 Fishing, a veteran-owned company with innovative products for spinner baits. I believe he's got some jigs and some other products. Henry County Tourism Authority, host of the 2024 Tennessee Bass Nation State Championship. Tennessee Bass Nation Conservation, making everything work and helping our lakes. Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. They've got folks, they offer great scholarships. They give us our grants for our habitat projects. Make sure you go check out Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. Here's another great supporter of Tennessee Bass Nation, AFCO, makers of fine all-weather gear. They keep a lot of people out there. Yeti coolers. When you want to keep it cold, you better have a Yeti. Precision Sonar and Accessories. You need anything for your sonars or accessories for the boat, give the folks at Precision Sonar Accessories a call and they can help you out. They have the leash. Hold your horses with the leash. This is probably the second best safety device on a boat, is that leash. SRM Concrete. They'll put concrete wherever you need it. I promise you, I seen a concrete truck on a barge on Timms Ford Lake the other day. Grade A Construction. I can't say enough about Grade A Construction and the folks over there. They help out with all of our habitat projects, ramp projects, and sponsor Tennessee Bass Nation. This program is brought to you by Outdoor Ventures Productions. Richard Kirby. You need something produced? Give Richard a call. Collins Building Material down in Marion County. Whatever it is, they can get it for you as far as lumber, site work. Yoder Concrete Pumping. If you need concrete pumped anywhere, you need to call Chris Yoder over at Yoder Concrete Pumping. Southern Woods and Waters. Tune in Thursday nights with Brandon Dowdy at Southern Woods and Waters and say hi to our friend Dayton. Folks, the Armed Forces, and other fine supporters of Scoreboard, whether it's at Old Hickory Lake at Cedar Creek Marina or on Percy Priest or out at Opryland, take the better half out for dinner out there. Like I just said, Cedar Creek Marina on Old Hickory Lake, that's where we're holding several tournaments now. Great place to visit and eat. Timms Ford Marina, well, you know, they're catching up down at Timms Ford. We ran them out of food, but it's a great place for the summer. They got cabins. You can go down there and rent them at Timms Ford Marina. Four Corners Resort and Marina in Laverne. You need to stop by and see them. The Scoreboard just opened up over there this spring. Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce. Marion County Chamber of Commerce, folks. These Chamber of Commerces bring us into the host and bring us into their communities to help us out and make sure we got rooms and all that good stuff. Paris Henry County Chamber of Commerce, like I said earlier, these are the host of the 2024 state championship. The town of Kimball in Tennessee. Kimball always supporting Tennessee Bass Nation in hosting us at Marion County Park. Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce. Who doesn't like Douglas Lake or Cherokee Lake? Go up there vacation. There again. Hardin County, Tennessee. Catfish to Cannonballs. I know we're a bass organization, but I'm going to tell you something. We all love going to Pickwick and catching them big smallmouth. Gallatin Area Chamber of Commerce. When we put in on the north side of the lake, we put in over there at Saunders Ferry, and Gallatin Chamber of Commerce helps us out. Spring City, Tennessee. Watts Bar. Fish Dayton. We all love going to Fish Dayton, and they're the host of the 2024 National Championship this year for both high school and juniors. Kingston, Tennessee, and Roane County. We'll be visiting those folks up there this coming fall, hopefully. The Benton County Tennessee River Resort District in Camden, Tennessee. The town of Ashland City will be hosting the Central Tennessee Regional Championship this year. And we can't forget our friend Tom Abraham at Bassmaster Radio. You can tune in weekly on ESPN channels every Saturday, or catch him online. There you go.
Zip, buckle, slip, they say fly.
Everyone knows about clean, dry, and drain so that you don't spread invasive species from lake to lake. But you can do other things to help as well. Contact your elected officials about the invasion of the Asian carp and other invasive species. Over 300 invasive species, both terrestrial and water, are facing us right now. Let your elected officials know that it's hurting your economy, it's hurting the fishing, and it's just hurting your pleasure outdoors. You can do something, you can be an advocate and a steward for the outdoors. Let those folks know, and you'll be helping the outdoors, even while you clean, dry, and drain. Watch for those invasive species.
At Bassmaster, we don't just love bass fishing. We're committed to preserving its future. Explore the BASS Conservation Agenda, where passion meets purpose. Scan this QR code to learn more about our mission to safeguard our passion for fishing, along with our lakes, rivers, and streams. From habitat restoration to water quality initiatives, we're making a difference. Get valuable insights, tips, and find more ways to get involved. We're working tirelessly with state agencies and conservation partners, promoting best practices in aquatic vegetation management, enhancing fish habitat, and fighting invasive species. Together, we can make every cast count. In the world of bass fishing, every catch isn't just a fish. It's a chapter in an ongoing adventure, a connection to nature, and a legacy we must protect. It's not just a sport, it's a way of life.
Daddy's pretty much my hero. He tells me stories about buildings and playgrounds and schools. He said he turned sand into concrete, and that's what makes his building so strong and tall. He says he works with his friends. I like playing with my friends too. One day I want to be like him. SRM Concrete. Build with us.
Hey guys, just wanted to share my thoughts on the fizzing stuff that we're going to do at Waddington this year. I grew up in smallmouth country, fished for them in deep water a lot, fished a lot of tournaments, catch them in deep water, and I'm like so embarrassed that I never learned how to fizz fish a long time ago. So I got the training on it at Waddington a couple years ago, my first time there, and it saves the fish, guys. You know, I was always scared that I'd, you know, puncture the fish in the wrong spot, that sort of thing, but it's really easy to do. And one of the biggest things I learned from Gene was that there's not a lot of vital organs that you're going to hit as long as you're in the right ballpark. So everybody should do the training, and it's going to help save some fish, save your fish. And you know, one of the reasons why I think a lot of us don't fizz them or haven't learned to fizz them is you can catch them out of deep water and they probably stay alive all day and you're liable, but they're on their side, they're belly up, and you fizz them, it's going to make their day a lot more comfortable and probably save their life.
Since the early 1970s, the BASS conservation agenda has remained focused on issues related to fisheries and aquatic research conservation. In the early years, it meant taking legal action against industries polluting our nation's waterways. Today, the agenda has grown more complex. The backbone of our effort is founded on a grassroots core of BASS members and those belonging to BASS nation clubs across the country, always on the lookout for issues that have local, regional, or even a national significance.
Welcome to Smallmouth Disneyland, yes.
Bassmaster Elite Series anglers received fish care training from conservation directors Gene Gilliland and Barb Elliott before an event, focusing on handling deep-caught smallmouth bass. They learned how to fizz bass that struggled to stay upright inside live wells due to inflated air bladders.
When they come to the surface, that swim bladder swells up, and bass can't burp. So that swollen swim bladder puts pressure on a lot of the internal organs, on the heart, on the circulation. We need to relieve that pressure, and we do that by inserting a hypodermic needle into the side of the fish, releasing some of that gas. That allows the fish to maintain a neutral buoyancy, a more natural position in the water. For people that haven't done it, it's a little bit daunting to start out, stick a needle in the fish. But once you've done it a time or two, it's a very simple process, and it can really make a difference in the health of those fish after they're released from our tournaments.
Anyone who has ventured to the depths of a swimming pool is familiar with the sensation of pressure on their ears. A fish's swim bladder plays a crucial role in maintaining buoyancy.
So what we have to do is provide a way to release that gas, and fizzing the fish with a needle is one way of managing it. That reamer will go right out of the way. You don't even have to worry about it. It can stick way out there. The minute you start putting it into the skin, it clears itself. And you go in at a 45-degree angle like this, and then once you pierce the skin, you make it 90 degrees from the surface of the fish and plunge it just as deep as you can, especially in the bigger fish. Make sure that reamer is tapped all the way down through there. Take that reamer out and you have bubbles.
For a detailed explanation of fizzing both smallmouth and largemouth bass, check out the videos on the Conservation News page on Bassmaster.com. When you join BASS, you get more than just a magazine and a membership card. You become part of a society and are supporting more than 50 years of natural resource conservation. We encourage you to get involved.
What's up, guys? Derek Hudnall here, Bassmaster Elite Series, and I want to tell you guys how important it is to conserve our waterways and how you can do your part. First of all, soft plastics, don't throw them back in the water. If you Google soft plastics being thrown back in the water by fish, you're going to see some really gruesome dead fish and really gruesome scenes from fish that are dying from that, guys. And I want to challenge you guys. Find creative ways to make sure that those soft plastics don't go in the water, whether it's a bag just on your steering wheel, whether you have a box that you keep all your soft plastics in and then you give them to a buddy who turns around and melts them and remolds them. That's what I do with a lot of mine. I have a buddy that pours soft plastics, so I give them to him, he melts them down, and he makes his own colors with them. But guys, conserve our waterways. It's going to save fish, and it's going to make sure that you catch fish and our future catches fish even further down the road.
Hey y'all, Knox White Fishing at Academy Sports today. sponsor a TN Bass Nation, and here's some wintertime lures that I like to pick up. So first we got the Rapala OG series, and kind of like a crawfish red color. Then we have a finesse jig, a Strike King, really good with a little crawl on the back. Now we have 2.8-inch high-tech, you can Baniki that. And last but not least, a robo reel for a drop shot. Thank you.
Hey y'all, Nosh White, Grayson Sanford from Tennessee Bass Nation. What do you like about Academy? I like the Yum baits and Google baits. What do you like about Academy? The big baits and the spur frogs. And also you can check out Magellan Outdoors from Academy. And also don't forget, if you're with TN Bass Nation, to bring Academy receipts. Thank you.
Bass fishing isn't just a sport, it's a way of life. And today I want to talk to you about something more important than winning trophies. Hi, I'm Jeff Gustafson, 2023 Bassmaster Classic champion. Join me in supporting Bassmaster's conservation efforts. Scan this QR code to learn how you can make a positive impact. Catch and release isn't just a choice, it's a responsibility. For the love of the sport, for the weekend angler, and for a future Bassmaster Classic champion.
Since the early 1970s, the BASS conservation agenda has remained focused on issues related to fisheries and aquatic research conservation. In the early years, it meant taking legal action against industries polluting our nation's waterways. Today, the agenda has grown more complex. The backbone of our effort is founded on a grassroots core of BASS members and those belonging to BASS Nation clubs across the country, all organization. Before his efforts, bass fishing was a niche southern pastime, often overshadowed by trout. Scott elevated its popularity and preservation. Today, his legacy lives on, a testament to his conservation efforts.
The story of catch and release actually was a trout fisherman's. Ray was just watching. He was kind of sitting up on the bank watching there, and these flagger boys, as he called them, were spread out down through there and working their line, and all of a sudden the guy set the hook and they hollered, "Fish on!" Easily led the fish in and pulled it up, and he said it wasn't more than a foot long, and everybody went crazy when he released that fish. They were high-fiving and clapping and screaming and everything, and he thought, well, what would the old bass boys do if they were releasing 5-pound bass? After I saw those people with a peddling foot-long trout get that excited. Ray Scott, like that, had his vision and a dream, and this was what became known as Don't Kill Your Catch.
Folks, I'm Ray Scott. The pages of every issue of Bassmaster magazine is fostering and encouraging our members to become more and more aware in the conservation effort. Our tournament and our society has sponsored the Don't Kill Your Catch program, and these fish that you see in the large tank here are bass that were caught during the tournament, are released alive and safe back into the waters that they swam in. Bass has come a long way in 5 years. I guess we've got a long way to go, but we'll get there because we're committed.
We were going to do catch and release. He said it's going to be a challenge. Most boats then did not have aerated live wells.
To everyone at the time, I would think that's the impossible dream right there, because all these guys who are fishing now grew up in an atmosphere where that was what it was all about. You justified your passion for fishing by being able to bring some food home.
At the start of the 1972 Bassmaster Tournament Series, rules were added to anglers to practice something called Don't Kill Your Catch.
That was a hallmark right there. But what happened, it rippled out to the average bass fisherman, bass clubs, and the other tournaments, and bass are recycled now.
A man, if he's a good angler, can catch a great many bass, but if he's really civilized, he's going to be that rare thing, an unpreying predator. He's going to release the bulk of his catch, which makes his angling a game of skill that preserves rather than destroys or diminishes the source of his pleasure.
Tournament anglers would receive bonus ounces for weighing in live fish. It didn't take long for Don't Kill Your Catch to expand even further.
The standard soon became you release the fish, and then Dewey went to a 5 bass limit, and that's still the standard today.
Because sometimes those live wells, they were pretty good size, but you know, 5 fish fit better in those live wells than 7 did.
Because our #1 goal at bass is to always put the fish back in the water, make them survive. You've got a green zone, and in that green zone is the area the fish can survive in. You've got a red zone over on the left on the meter, and once it gets to that red zone, really anything below about 4.5 parts per million to 5 parts per million oxygen content the fish will not survive in. So as soon as I saw it light up in the red zone, I knew we had to do something. So called Tallahassee, Florida, talked to the Game and Fish, got a permit to haul the fish from the weigh-in site over to the main body of the lake and release them every day in the rim canal where the oxygen content is excellent. And that's one thing that I hope that most of the tournament organizations throughout the country will do, is check the oxygen content in the water where they're releasing their fish, because if there's no oxygen, those fish are not going to survive.
Today, anglers measure and check fish at the bump tank for keeper status. BASS officials inspect the catch. Then the fish are placed in ventilated bags and aerated tanks until taking the stage. At the stage, the weighmaster weighs the fish and the MC interviews the angler. Immediately after weighing, fish go to large aerated tanks on a release boat nearby. The release boat team returns them to the lake later.
When I meet someone that isn't familiar with tournament fishing, and they think, oh, do you guys, what happens to those fish? What do you do with them? If I get a chance to talk to them, it changes their perspective about tournament fishing. You know, tournament fishing is actually the reason we have a lot of the good conservation habits that we have.
These anglers take incredible care of them. Some live wells have cooling devices, so the fish in a lot of situations actually goes back in the water in better health than it left the water. From the angler's boat, they go into mesh bags. Those mesh bags are then carried up to our tournament troughs that are fully oxygenated, and not just oxygenated, but patrolled by biologists.
The oxygen comes to the surface, but most of that oxygen is actually dissolving into the water. And we kind of let them recuperate a little bit before this boat goes out then and releases these fish. Now the other thing that's real critical in our system is that boat is almost full. We have the computers on stage are linked to the scales, so we know how many pounds of fish have come off the scales and into that boat.
It is imperative, if you're a tournament angler, no matter what division you're in, no matter what side of the bridge you're fishing off of, to try to keep them alive. I think what bass does is a testament to that.
It is a philosophy that is still going strong today. It takes temperature into effect. It takes oxygen into effect. And then we move them through the stages where they're getting fresh oxygen and good cool water all the time.
We keep our live release boats right at the same temperature that we keep these tanks, so that when the fish go from the tanks to the release boat, there's not a big temperature shock. When those fish are in the bags, they're using oxygen all the time. And that's real evident on our boat, on the release boat. Of course, we're using bottled oxygen on the release boats. So we don't have a problem with sufficient oxygen there. This water warms up pretty quickly, so we constantly have to monitor that temperature, maintain that temperature with ice, and keep the air going continuously. It's really very effective in terms of keeping those fish healthy. As a rule of thumb, we try to maintain no more than 1 pound of fish per gallon of water. So our boats typically hold about 600 pounds of fish. And when that boat gets full, we're ready to start loading this one. That boat will go out, release those fish, refill the tanks. While this one's being loaded with fish, that one's being refilled with water. As soon as it comes back in, we'll add more ice, turn the oxygen back on, and we may do that 8 times. We always take at least 2 boats to every tournament. As soon as that one's done, we're ready to go. Brian, we're ready over here, so we need to make the switch.
When you join BASS, you get more than just a magazine and a membership card. You become part of a society and are supporting more than 50 years of natural resource conservation. We encourage you to get involved. To learn how, scan this QR code to find and contact your state's BASS Conservation Director today.
All right, guys, we're going to welcome you in to the Tennessee Bass Nation Statewide Open Trail, number 5 in the Statewide Opens, the last individual open of the year. It's also a counting event for the Southeast Trail. We're here at Fish Dayton. We want to thank Fish Dayton for always being a sponsor and a host for us. We've been coming to Fish Dayton since the very beginning of Bassmaster High School in the state of Tennessee. The first Bassmaster High School trail in the state of Tennessee was a regional trail in 2015. I ran that, and the Battle of Chickamauga here at that time that was here was a part of our very first trail. So we thank especially Dennis Tumlin, who's obviously on the state level now, but Dennis was the one that really helped get us in with Fish Dayton and make things move and make this organization grow very quickly. So big thank you to our site sponsor, Fish Dayton. As always, we want to thank our title sponsors, Anderson Marine, Skeeter, and Yamaha. Joy Anderson and the crew at Anderson Marine in Middle Tennessee, they are phenomenal. They have done so much for so many on this trail. They sponsor several of the schools. They a lot of folks get their boats and stuff there. My boat gets worked on there. I drive a Skeeter Yamaha. I don't drive it much. Hank drives it most of the time. But big thank you to Anderson Marine. Joy just had a birthday here recently, so big thank you to them. The platinum level sponsors for our trail, and they've been around for quite a while, is Academy Sports and Outdoors. They are our official store. Cody Reed, the main guy who got us plugged in with Academy, he is a regional marketing guy for them out of Atlanta. Cody is awesome. Met him at the Academy store in 2010 before they even opened. They were out there interviewing people and met him, and he was great. So big thank you to Academy. Don't forget, we will do the Academy receipt contest this afternoon. So I hope your teams have got the receipts together. I'll give away a $100 gift card today. Shimano, Frank Highland Shimano, they are a platinum level sponsor. Frank's the rep for that. Where's my pizza at, Frank? Frank, where's my pizza? Frank's up there in Illinois, and don't hold it against me, but I was born in a suburb of Chicago, and I really like Chicago pizza. Anyway, he's supposed to bring me some pizza. But Shimano's been great for years. They've been on board since really the beginning. American Bait Works. American Bait Works is Halo rods, is net bait. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. It's bait fuel. There's so many things they have at American Bait Works. Valerie, honey, we love you. We appreciate all the help. I just got a big shipment from them that's going to make a lot of prizes for the junior state championship. Denali rods. Denali rods have been on board since the beginning. Scott Estes and the crew out in Arkansas, they are phenomenal. We have given out so many Denali rods over the year, you can't even count them. Livingston Lures. Eric Arnoldson and Livingston Lures. They've been a sponsor for 3 years now, I think. So we always get baits and stuff from them to give away. Big help. TWRA, better not forget them since I work for them. TWRA is on board this year as a sponsor. We appreciate them. We've been working with them hand in hand since the very beginning to make sure of safety and boater safety and all that. I'm forgetting Driftwood Custom Baits. They give us stuff to give out like crazy. Tightline jigs, missile baits. SRM Concrete has done stuff. I already said that. I said that in the beginning. I was talking about Dayton like crazy. You was over there working. I even said thank you to Dennis Tumlin. He don't even work for him anymore. I'm wearing their hat. Yes, Fish Dayton. Trying to think if there's anybody else I'm forgetting, Jake, that's involved in the state.
Well, I want to thank the staff of Fish Dayton, of the new Ray County Economic Development staff, Miss Alex McIntosh, who arranged for a bunch of stuff for us today, and Alex Green is coming on board, Dave, later on next month. Okay, and another one, sometimes I do that because I get, there's too many times we take good old Ron for granted, but Cedar Hill Metalworks, Ron Holt. Ron's a captain on this trail, but Cedar Hill Metalworks has been sponsored this year. The winner of today's tournament, the winner of tomorrow's tournament, if they don't have a set of steps on their boat, those nice pretty steps where you can walk up and get on the front of your boat, the winners of today and tomorrow's tournament are going to get a set of steps to put on their boat. He's put steps on boats all year long, but that is the Cedar Hill Metalworks sponsorship. So if you win today or your juniors win tomorrow, make sure we get you plugged into Ron so you can get steps on your boat. If you already have them on your boat, then I don't really know how we manage that. I don't think we've had that happen yet. But those steps to go up the front of the boat with that pole to hold on, especially coming off when you're loading the boat, is the bomb. Jake, is there anybody else we're leaving out sponsor-wise? I think I got all the bait folks. Not that I'm aware of, and I've got tanks pretty much full.
Well, why don't you start weighing in some fish, guys? We're going to start our weigh-in now, and we ask you to make noise for every team that comes across this stage with fish. Fishing is an all-day 8, 9, 10-hour event, depending upon the time of the year. And every kid that turns in a fish today deserves a round of applause, just like if they shot a three-pointer, hit a home run, or scored a touchdown. So make noise for all of them.
Talking about applause, I need everybody to give my staff a hand that are helping out today. We got Coach Philip Petty from Coffee County on the stage. I got Miss Christina Goins back here with me. Mr. Goins, Mr. Brown, Coach Brown, and Mr. Seagroves is down there measuring fish. Last but not least, our young lady over there, Miss Page, on the T-shirts. Thank you all very much for helping out today.
We got young Mr. Seagroves being our bad guy over here.
Oh, we do. I forgot all about him. That's easy, though.
Yeah, we like to pick on Eli.
I want to thank Coach Harris for helping us up this morning and everybody else that helped me today at every tournament. Here we go, folks.
Wait, one thing.
Oh.
Coach Harris has got some really cool-looking hats there for sale.
Yes, he's got the original Captain Jake Davis hat that I stole from them.
Yeah, those hats are very, very cool logos, got lots of different colors, but it benefits the Sumner County team as well. So help out all the different fundraisers, please.
Here we go, folks. Everybody will get pictures today, and if you don't get pictures, Mom and Dad, Miss Ivy Petty's taking pictures today professionally for us. They will be posted maybe later on tonight, if not tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. First up, out of Letso County, here comes Rowdy Blankenship and Trace Faraday with the limit. Let's go, guys.
Way to start us off. Bring him the water back.
For the lead at 1080, give me a big fish. I need a big fish to lead us off here, guys. Folks, you're going to hear me call for a big fish every now and then when we get close to a tiebreaker at 250, big fish. And I'm going to tell you all right now, this is going to be a day for limits.
Do not pick on them if they accidentally drop a fish. Those fish have been in oxygen tanks right here beside us, getting revved back up. So sometimes.
Here comes your second limit of the day, Mr. Gannon and Mr. Spencer from Coffee County.
Try to not block.
For the lead at 12:27.
Try to not block our TV camera. Moms and dads, you're more than welcome. Come up here and get this picture, then move out of the way for the next mom and dad.
Our last tournament of the year regular season, and yeah, I'm going to sound a little excited because I've been drinking coffee all day long. New big fish, 280. 285. Who's next? How many you got?
Better hold tight. Hold on to it, boy.
You better hold on to them.
To get your pictures up here when they leave the stage, we want these fish back in the water, not more pictures down at the dock.
From Sail Creek with 3 fish, here comes Jake Massengill and Mason Roberts. $8.70. Scale weight 871, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that big fish needs weight.
Here's a new big fish. New big fish, 459. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
If you need to get closer for the picture, it's all right. Just once you've got it, move back out the way.
Little man ready?
Yeah, straight ahead. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, with another limit, here comes Greer the Hammer Gammon and Brody Brinson with guest Webb. $10.53. Give me your big fish for a tiebreaker until we get out of this 10-pound range. 226.
Grab it, got it. Go wrong, Will. Yeah. You got this way, right here, buddy. Oh, Will.
Underneath.
You. Hey, grab. There you go. Grab.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good job.
Woo!
Yeah. Wait, I need you to look this way and step forward a little bit.
Drop them down a hair, guys. My 2 older guys here.
Thank you. Good job.
Did you hear that, Jake? I told him, good job. He looked at me and said, thanks, Pops.
Give me 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. All right, with 4 fish, he got it done by himself today. I've got honorable. $8.35. Are you sure you're going to do that? Let Uncle Philip hold him with you. That'll be the only fish Philip gets to hold for a while.
And see, Philip won't break the camera because his wife bought one that prevents that.
I've got a limit. Did you fish by yourself today? Nicholas Palazzo has got a Tennessee River toad. Watch this. We got a scale weight coming in for the lead at 16.23. Give me that toad out of that bag. Nick, reach in there and you get it. You get it, Nick. You get it. Don't let him hold. Here we go. It's 7.73. New big fish.
I thought it might be scratching at 8.
Step forward a little bit.
Hang on, we're going to get some help to hold the rest of them up because he out there by himself. I got to know what you caught that big fish on. Yeah, that's worth extra pictures.
Let's get her back in the water.
Whatever works, man. Whatever works.
All right, from Stone Memorial, I got Mr. Patton and Mr. McCoy with 2. That's just one of the team. 4.19.
You probably will see a few anglers up here by themselves today, a few extra, more than normal, because this is also a prom Saturday for several schools.
Look at them first.
We had some leave at noon today. They dropped their partner off.
Okay, now look at me.
They had to go get purdied up for the night.
All right, let's hear it for the local favorite, Mr. Wampler from Ray County with 5. Wampler and Shelton. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to miss you, Landon. 13.50.
Singleton, Jake. Singleton.
Singleton.
It's on the back of his jersey anyway.
It's Singleton. You know. I got to open this up a little bit.
I mean, he could be in witness protection using this alias. I don't know. But it says Singleton on the back.
Well, you know, he is from Ray County. They do have witness protection programs over here. $13.50 tiebreaker down at $2.90. Thank you.
And then I need you to look at me next, please. Thank you.
Stepping to the scales next from Saudi Daisy is Trace White and Nolan Shear. They've got 3 for the day. Oh, I forgot to make a change in the chart. It's Mr. Lalonde. 596.
Parents, once they leave the stage, we really don't want more pictures back here at the dock. They need to get these fish back in the water. So get your pictures while they're up here. Again, there's a lot of oxygen in the tank, so don't get on my kids if you can avoid it.
Did you have the fifth one on? Sometimes I jump out of mine.
I need you to step over this way a little bit and come forward.
Don't hold them too high. Mama wants to see your face in that picture. That's why they keep telling you put them fish down.
Here we go. They choked a little bit today because they've only got 4 from Alcoa. Harlan Nelson and Jake Levingood. 725. They had the 5th one on 3 times, he said.
Wasn't a big old giant bedfish, was it?
Yeah, it was, he said.
Yeah, that's the reason you can see some of these bigger fish today. There's still plenty of fish up here bedding. Some of them ain't even been bedding yet, so there's some big old fish in this lake. And then there's one on the end here that's
Look at me next, please.
not as big. I think the smaller one's on this end.
Ladies. I didn't even realize who that was standing back there. From Sumner County, here comes Miss Marion and Miss Harris with 1. He says 1 good one. 366.
You didn't hear that, did you?
Is it Gilchrist? From Hickson High, here comes Mr. Gilchrist and Mr. Lewis with 1. $317.
Look at me, please. Thank you.
All right, I'm not going to get to call these names too much longer. With 4 fish out of Sevier County, here comes Chase McCarter and Ty Trentham. $10.38.
Talk about choking.
Tiebreaker down at 411. Thank you.
Well, now I just everybody likes to stand in different ways. Like you have to hold it. I hate it. What the hell? You gotta get wet up here. You know the job.
Here comes another local team. Mr. Williamson and Mr. Riley from Ray County with 2. I don't hear you out there, Ray County. 458.
Yeah, really, that ought to be like the loudest part of the crowd, right, Ray County? Here, say it again, Ray County. You got to work on that.
Thank Thank you. Hey, boys, look right here. Right here. Right there.
You guys seniors or you coming back? Sophomores? All right. With 5 fish, we're back to limits from Chucky Doke Night Fishing. Noah Mintz and Brody Gibson. Uh-oh. 10:22.
That last one you caught probably. That one? Yeah, probably.
Tiebreaker fish is at 2:37.
I'd say that was the last one. That was the last one you caught. Can you get it? Grab a hold of it. Come on, don't drop fish, boys. Again, man, there's a lot of oxygen in the tanks. It really ain't their fault. We want to make sure them fish are ready to go. Drop them down a little, boys. You're holding them too high. Mama can't see your face.
Me next.
Sorry.
Thank you.
All right, with 3 fish from Bledsoe County, here comes Jet Smith and Maxon Morgan.
Man. We'll probably go load up.
983. We got a big one in there? Oh, he's hiding it. We got another Tennessee River toad. Hang on a second. Hang on to that little dink. Let's check this fish.
Goodness gracious.
577.
It looks bigger in the bag. I thought it was 6 or 7 looking in the bag.
Look that way first, and then look at me. Thank you.
I would have liked to caught that, you know.
From Saudi Daisy, here comes Mason Mullins and Caden Graham with a limit. $8.53.
Look at her first, and then look at me, please. Oh, I didn't want to have one. Just me now.
Have some fun.
Thank you.
All the way from Gallatin, Tennessee, here comes Eli Stiles and Logan Williams. They've got 2. $5.26. Oh, I see points changing today.
A little bit. Stand a little closer together, please. Hold your fish down. I can't see your face.
From Creekwood Redhawks with a limit, here comes Dyson Weaver and Hayden Davidson. Lively limit. Ooh, 1473. 1473. Where does that put us? Second place, guys. Close. Big fish tiebreaker. 379, 3.79.
Hey, listen, Joy's been making all day. I know. Step forward.
For the folks at home, 1548 is leading this, and that was after a penalty, and a big fish is a 773. So 1548 is leading. That's second place on the stage right now. From Upperman, here comes Bert Newton and Braden Huddleston with 2. 387, 3.87.
Down just a little bit. Thank you.
From Hamlin County with a limit, here comes Mr. Farmer and Mr. Loggins. $781.
Thank you.
With a limit in true Alcoa fashion, here comes Mr. Myers and Mr. Bailey. For the lead, 1557. Ooh, it's not going to get the big fish, but it's a 538. Dave, I'm in a minute.
All right, Jake needs to fool with the computer for a second. Again, a reminder, we have several things going on here. The green tent right there next to Loudon, that is Bedford County. They have boxes of Krispy Kremes. They are fresh, they are delicious. I bought 2 for the boxes for the trail this morning. But they got boxes of Krispy Kremes that's benefiting their team. Please don't let them take any of those back to Shelbyville. Go buy up those. They got about 10, 12 boxes of donuts left. Chocolate and glazed is what they have. Buy those up. We've got Biggs Only, their trailer over here to the right. My right, it is that big white trailer. Everything they sell, that's going to help them make a donation to the Northcutt Scholarship. Our merchandise tent, all that money goes to the Northcutt Scholarship. Grundy County's rifle raffle. You buy those tickets right here. Ruger Generation 2 American Series 308. Food truck back here, they're making a donation to Northcutt. Drink trailer back there, I hope they're making a donation to Northcutt. I hadn't been told, but they may be. We got another fundraiser back here, Spring Hill. They got lures, they got ladies' jewelry that benefits their team. Please support those things. Go, Jake.
Next up out of Whitwell, Tennessee is Mr. Holloway and Avery Robinson with 2. $4.16. Big fish is a 773. You say you got that? That's awfully.
Look at them, please look at me.
Look straight ahead too, boys. There you go.
Next up out of Meigs County is Cruz Clayton and Evan Smithler. They've got 3. Well, it's just Cruz. $10.03 or $10.01, I mean. Yep. Tiebreaker fish 5.08.
Look at me next, please. Hold it down just a little bit. Good job, Chris.
Anglers, coaches, parents, as a reminder, I need my number cards back this evening, every last one of them, because we got to give them to the juniors this afternoon. Next up from Sumner County comes Jude Gibson and Nash Parham. They've got 3. $3.17. There are 3 minnows in there? What happened, Mr. Parham? Well, you got some spots there, but I think you went to Normandy.
Rule number 1, don't zero. Hey boys, stop. Go back, look straight ahead.
Step over this way, please.
Get on the X's, look straight ahead. Got to have the one for our website.
Next up out of Meigs County is Carter Elliott and Tucker Robertson. They've got 3 with a scale weight coming. Scale weight of 667. For those of you that don't understand when I say scale weight, it means there was something wrong with the fish somewhere along the line.
Either they turned in a short fish, and that's a penalty. They turned in a dead fish, and that's a penalty, or they were late at check-in, and that's a penalty. So,
Look at me next.
I need somebody from Ray County, any Ray County person, come see me for a minute. Just any Ray County parent.
All right, from Upperman, it's Mr. Marone and Miss Lasser. They got 4 on the day. $13.41. That's a good 4. Give me a big fish.
That's a big, pretty fish.
That's a good. Who caught that? Crew caught it? 6:30.
So it sounds like she's finally got you trained, son.
Oh, that was cold.
Yeah, but it was the truth. He didn't deny it.
I think he's smarter than you think, David.
Hold them down a little, guys. They can't see your face. Hold them down a little.
47. All right, I got Grant and Matthias from Macaulay High with one fish because I'm not going to try this last name. He doesn't have time to trade me. You've got to trade me if you're going to keep fishing with us. 283. Oh, this is easy. Here we go. With 5 fish from Jefferson County, I got Ethan Rose and Grant Arnold. 12.25. Give me a big fish. £12 or better on the big fish unless there's one that's going to challenge. Dave, how many places are we paying today? Or are you paying? How many places are you paying today, sir?
I'm sorry, I was handling that other thing we got to handle later. We are paying 17 places today. First place is $1,200.
Not bad, $1,200 scholarship for fishing. 331 on a tiebreaker. Thank you. All right, Alcoa is defending with a limit. I got Mr. LaRue and Mr. Volton. 14.27. Tiebreaker 324.
Drop them down a little bit too. They can see your face better. They need another picture.
From South Green, I got Noah Wright and Shane Williams. They've got 2. 3.95, 3.95. From the Sago High, here comes Carter Hazlitt and Christian Ferguson with 5. Coach says 5 good ones. 13.76. Tiebreaker is down at 4.28. Next up out of Alcoa, here comes Levi Hofsettler and Jeb Creasy. They've got a limit. 6.35.
Hey, Jake.
Sir.
Why don't you run down the top 5 real quick? People are asking.
Let me see what I can come out right now. And here we go, top 5. Alcoa with 1557. They got the #1 slot. Chucky Doke Night Fishing's in second with 6. Oh, wait a minute. They had a scale weight, 1548. Creekwood Red Hawks is in third with 1473. Fourth is a 1427 out of Alcoa. Fifth is a 1376 from Siegel. In your big fish is a 773. Next up with one fish out of Portland, it's Caleb and Eli Baird. 254. From Monterey, here comes Mr. Bilberry and Mr. Thompson. They've got one. $214. Ray County. Y'all gonna let this happen. Your home lake. You've been begging me. When are we going to Chickamauga, Mr. Jake? When are we going to Mr. Chickamauga? We want to go to our home lake.
Quit picking on kids.
From Ray County with 2 fish, here comes Mr. Tucker and Mr. Brown.
Hey, if y'all need to go back down there and kick him in the shins, it's okay.
542.
Look at me, buddy.
From Portland with a limit, here comes Mr. Gregory and Mr. Parson. $952. You got 5 by yourself today? Outstanding.
I need you to look at me. Thank you.
From Hickson High, here comes Mr. Reed and Mr. Dang. They've got 3. We got a scale weight. $777.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Philip. They need to go get a lottery ticket. 777, I'd go buy some Lucky 7 tickets, like Philip's saying. Oh, wait, they're not old enough. Mom and Dad, go buy them some Lucky 7 tickets.
Next up on the Gallatin, I got Mr. Myers and Mr. Roddy. They've got 4 in a scale weight of 1038.
Can you look at me next, please?
Well, you know, big fish do excite most folks.
Here we go, Ray County. Mr. Mayton and Mr. Wampler, they got 5. $11.05.
Just to prep the crowd, we're on toad watch. We're on toad watch at the moment. We've been told there's a toad in the tank.
Hold it down just a little bit so I can see it. Thank you.
This is more like it. Ray County with another limit. Here comes Mr. Davis and Mr. Peters. $12.24.
Jackie, we not found you a taller table yet.
Tiebreaker is 374.
Come forward some, please. Thank you.
Don't hold them so high they can't see your face. Drop them down some. There you go.
Next up out of Loudon High, it's Colton and James with 1. $2.86.
Our merchandise tent is open with no waiting. Again, all that money goes towards Northcutt. It's also where the gun tickets are. She hadn't seen anybody in a while. She's getting lonely.
Next up out of Sevier County, here comes Jackson Barger and Parker Ogle. They've got 2. $6.21.
Come forward some, please. Thank you.
Alrighty, we got a limit out of Sale Creek. Here comes Miss Brentley and Mr. Brody. $12.65.
Hang on, let me just say that.
Yes. Tiebreaker is down at 391.
Xavier, come here.
Woo!
Hide that mop. Woo! Cover that mop up, boy. Just stand a little closer.
Drop them down a little. Drop them down a little. There you go. Look straight ahead now, please. Straight ahead.
There you go. Act like you at least like each other a little.
They've been in the boat together all day. It's
I know, right?
Thank you.
By the way, parents and coaches, if you have not seen the video that Miss Brentley did that we posted on the state page, I need you to take a look at it. All your seniors, if they'll do a video similar to that, whether they've enjoyed fishing or what's going on, and then what they're going to do after high school, we will play them for about 2 hours prior to the state championship weigh-in for everybody to see. All you gotta do is send them to myself or get Richard's card from him over here and he'll take care of you. From Mount Juliet, here comes Trevor Sanford and Presley Lanham with 5. 9:21.
JJ, I don't know where you are, JJ. Come see me, JJ LaRue.
Over this way, please. Go to the middle.
Hey, Dave. I just made this young man start shaking again.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this.
We got a true Tennessee river toad down here.
I've been hearing about this fish for 10 minutes. So.
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm pretty sure it's your personal best.
Oh, yeah, by far.
And how long did you shake after you caught her and put her in the boat?
The rest of the tournament.
Mr. Teller, did you net that fish or did he kick you out of the way?
Or just boat flip it?
You got it? All right. Yeah, he boat flipped it. Hang on a second here. Oh, he's shaking at the knees.
Get you some napkins or something. You're going to drool in a second.
Yes, you are. From Sumner County, here comes Brody Teller and Will Anderson. And they've got a real Tennessee River toad in here. This is going to be for the lead at 20:38.
That is 5 fish.
Hang on a second. Hang on. I want this done a certain way. You will take the big fish out of there. You will take it out, not the coach, and hold it up 2 hands. This fish requires 2 hands. And we're not going to get in trouble.
Yes. Get up there on the X. Let's get. Holy moly!
All right, let's get her in the scales, and then we'll get some more pictures.
Yeah, I gotta have a picture of that too to put on State's fish.
Big fish is going down. I'm saying 11 pounds. 1074. By the way, gentlemen, you just made my life easier, thank you, because that's Big Fish of the Year.
Yeah.
Unless one of you guys got
Don't
one
stay
back
right there. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Jump up there in the front, JJ.
You want a picture of their captain?
Captain can come up if he wants to, if he'll hurry up.
Ivy, I'm going to need a copy of that picture, or one of you boat captains that gets a good picture. I need that sent to my phone like yesterday. Who got that fish on the phone all by itself? The fish by itself. Did anybody? Thank you. All right, we're all going to take a big, deep breath here.
Jake, that's kind of a big fish, wasn't
it? You know, Dave, that's the kind of fish I hope my client catches, and I shake with the client. We sit there for about an hour. Yeah. All right, here we go. From McCauley, Mr. Lockhart and Mr. Barnick, they've got 2. It's a rough following that, guys. I know. 454.
Step forward, please.
All right, a quick rundown for those at home because we just had a major leader change. Sumner County now has the lead in first place at 2038, and they've got Big Fish at a 1074. Second place is Alcoa in 1557. Third place is Chucky Doak Night Fishing with 1548. 1473 is in fourth place, and that's Creekwood Redhawks. And Alcoa has fifth at 1427. Coaches, parents, I need to know where boat number 11 and boat number 19 are. That would be Mount Juliet, Petroff, and Lacey. Boat on number 11 is Monterey, Robertson, and Peters. Never mind, we just found one of them, or two of both of them. From Kingston, here comes James Lane and Jackson Daughtry with 5. $12.51. No. AC Petroff, you got 5. Did I hear that right? Thank you. Didn't mean to call you out. I was just looking at my first. That was the only 2 boats I missed my first flight. All right, folks, we're doing a great job because I've got the entire flight. The entire first flight is cleared with this next boat. With 5 fish from Mount Juliet, it's Cole Petroff and Wyatt Lacey. Whoa, Petroff, you did that by yourself today? 10:22. Good job, young'un.
Yeah, boys, one of you run up there and get that, please. Eli, he's one of these kids. Okay.
Step forward a little bit, please.
Hang on, guys. We're getting the other one out of the bag now that he's got help. Drop them down. They're too high up. Yeah, get one where they can see your face. There you go.
Next up with 3 fish from Macaulay High, here comes Rook Bell and Luke Bartholomew. Those 3 fish will go $4.50. Next up out of Ray County with 1 fish, it's Ethan Raymer and Jackson Wolf. Reimer, I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. $2.60.
You can get closer. You get closer to take that picture, Dad. It's all right.
After you look at him, look at me, please.
Boys, look straight ahead now, please, and hold that out.
I need me.
Hey, no, stop. Go back. Look straight ahead. See her? There you go.
Thank you.
Next up with 1 fish out of Carnes High comes David Johnson and Bennett Brooks. $3.13.
Still see several boxes of donuts that need to get bought, guys. 10 boxes left. Need to buy those donuts up.
Step forward, please.
Merchandise tent's very lonely. Very lonely.
From Soddy Daisy, here comes Collins and Mills. They've got 2. $3.88.
Down just a little bit so I can see your face. Thank you.
Nope, you didn't. Next up from Cherokee Chiefs, here comes Jacob Berryhill and Isaac Chandler.
It's a decent sack.
1536.
That's in the money right now.
Need a big fish. Need a tiebreaker, unless they got a really big one. That's a Tennessee River toad. Over 605.
Yeah, by the way, when Jake was talking about knowing what big fish was for the year, just as a reminder, or those of you that may be new this year, the biggest fish on the trail all year long gets a big trophy, plus it'll get $500 more at the end of the year. So that's why that fish is very important now.
Next up out of McCauley, here comes Gage Driver and Max Underwood. They've got 1 for the day. $2.25.
Look at me, buddy. Thank you.
Next up with 4 fish out of Spring Hill, here comes Kangham and Fox. They got 4 on the day, $7.61. These all cereals, or ones that we cleared. It's just ones you cleared. Got 5 hicks.
Push down a little bit, and I need you to look at me. Hey, white shirt, I need you to look at me.
All right, look here real quick. Thank you.
Next up from Hicks and High with a limit, here comes Mr. Schilling and Mr. Jones. $9.95. I gotta talk to your coach. Good God, guys. Let's do
That fish has got a lot of oxygen and it's angry. It's angry.
He's trying to get back to water back. Stand a little closer together for me. Thank you.
Coach Hatfield, here comes your 2 slackers. They've only got 4 from Alcoa, Potter and Reagan. $9.69.
Down just a little bit.
Next up out of Clay County, here comes Hunter Bronner and JT Smith with 2. $5.49.
Whoever it was from Alcoa that volunteered to help over here, there you go. Okay, I didn't know who it was for sure. So yeah, she needs a break for a second.
Look this way. Good job.
All right, here comes Zach Knight and Luke Mike from Gallatin High with 2. $4.47.
Down just a little bit and a little closer together, please. Thank you.
Next up out of Eagleville, here comes Jaden Douglas and John Mullins. They've got 3. 6.83. 6.83.
After you look at him, please look at me. They're men.
Next up with 4 fish out of Mount Pleasant, here comes Derek Davis and Evan Wood. We're going to have a scale weight on 4 fish. 8.66. 8.66. Brady, you got 3?
Drop them down, son. Drop them down. They're too high. There you go. Now they can see your face.
All right, out of Sumner County, here comes Mr. Field and Mr. Haley. They've got 3. $3.85.
Hold them too high. Drop them down. Drop them down. There you go.
Here comes a Loudon High boat. Mr. Gentry and Mr. Sledge, they've got 2 on the day. $3.35.
Come forward, please.
With a limit out of Ray County, here comes Amos Collins and Brent Tucker. Ooh, good limit. Scale weight of 13.55. Tiebreaker fish going down. 326.
Hold them too high, boys. Drop them down. Mama can't see that pretty face.
Next up with 4 fish out of Sumner County, here comes Cranford and Jordan. They got 4. 909. Next up with 1 fish out of Stone Memorial, it's Mason Lefebvre and Kyle Hinch.
Hey, Ray County folks, y'all found me anybody yet for
470.
Coming to the end of the tournament and getting...
Richard, David, I don't know how you guys want to work this out, but 2 more boats and I've got to go for a walk.
2 more boats what?
I need you to take it for a minute.
Thank you.
All right, with 4 fish from Jefferson County, here comes Mr. Pierce and Mr. Lawrence. And here they got a couple of nice smallmouth in there. 12-17.
I was going to say, have we even seen a smallmouth today?
You're about to see 2 of them right now. 1 per angler.
Smallmouth is not a whole lot of fish here most of the time. But those are dandy.
Those are nice smallmouth.
Drop them down, they're too high. There you go. Now you got it. All these kids want to hold them up so high like they're in witness protection and don't want anybody to see their face.
Next up out of Midway, here comes Holt Owens and Wyatt Sharan. They've got a limit. Holy smokes, and it's a good limit. Challenger, 23-15.
Goodness gracious.
That's the leaders.
I think there's a big one in there too.
There is. I want the big fish out first. Who caught it? Hold it up there, let them see it.
Get out to
Look
the
at this toad. It's gonna challenge. It's close to 8.5, 9 pounds. Let's see it. I'm gonna say 8 1/4. 8.78.
So 8 3/4. Yeah, you guys are going to have help holding them up.
Dave,
that one fish. Yeah, you need me to take care of it here, Jake, for a few? Okay. Yeah, don't, that big fish, God, goodness gracious, there's another toad. We got all of them up? There we go. Good job. 2 kids, 5 arms. That works. All right, that's good stuff. Boys, when you get them in the lake, kind of keep an eye on them biggins. Make sure they run off on us now. Make sure they get out of here healthy. Jake's got to take a pause for a second. Again, we want to remind you, we got a food trailer right here behind Sumner County's tent. They got barbecue. They got nachos. They got drinks. We got a drink trailer over there on the other end of the building. They've got like hot drinks, coffee type drinks, and fruit type drinks. Hey, look, if these guys got cards and they're just laying them down somewhere, that is not proper procedure. If they either need to bring their card with them to weigh in fish, or if they don't have fish, they need to come over here to this table where Jake's at, or bring to me their card and say, I don't have fish. They don't need to be just laying the cards down anywhere. We at the end of the season, I shouldn't even have said none of that. We need to make sure all cards get in, 1, for the cost of the cards, but 2, and far more importantly, to make sure everyone's off the water safe and sound. That's our accountability. That's how we make sure everybody got in safe. So let's get those cards turned in properly. All right, there's the food. Over here we got bigs only, and this other, is it just a trailer? Is it trailer? I guess it's trailer. They got all kinds of merchandise over there. They're making a donation to the Northcutt Scholarship. Our merchandise, our shirts, our sweatshirts, and our hats, that goes to the Northcutt Scholarship. Same place, same tent. Grundy County's doing a fundraiser for the team. It is a raffle on a Ruger American Series Generation 2 308 deer rifle that will be given away Saturday, June 1st at the state championship. Those chances are $5 or 5 chances for $20.
Y'all want to know how we do it down here in the South? Listen up. I'm finna show you how we get things done.
I'm gonna grab a pot, one that's stainless steel, and that's big enough for a king-size meal. I'm gonna fill it up with a garden hose out in the yard with some regular Joes. Get the propane tank and light it up. Gonna heat that water, then pour a cup with some Old Bay, that's Zatarans. Make it real hot, oh baby, that's the plan. Let's have a low country boil. Spread the word that it's going down. Low country boil.
From Sumner County, I got Garrison and Sharp with one. $193. Let me give the folks at home a rundown because I'm sure they're wondering what's going on. In 5th place with 1536, I've got Cherokee Chiefs. In 4th place with 1548, Chucky Doke Night Fishing. 3rd place with 1557, El Coa. In 2nd place with a massive 20 pounds, 20.38 pounds. In the 10-pound, 7.4 Big Fish, Sumner County. And in the leader on the day, 1st place leader so far, 23.15, Midway High.
Jake, hold on 1 second. Ron, come here, step up front, please. All the way up by the scales. Oh, right there. Now turn around, wave to the crowd. Folks, Ron Holt, Cedar Hill Metalworks. Again, the winners today and the winners tomorrow will get a set of those fancy steps for your boat and trailer that you walk up the front. Yes, sir? And if you have not got yours, you won one of those statewide opens as a junior or a high school boat, and you haven't got it yet, that's the man to get with to get them put on your boat. But that's Cedar Hill Metalworks. Give Ron a round of applause, please. He's also a long-time boat captain.
with no kids involved.
Right, no kids.
Next up, Alcoa with 3 fish. I got Olivet and Payne. They'll have a scale weight of 685.
And while he's getting those ready, let's just give a round of applause for all the boat captains who captain but do not have kids in this. They come and give their time to other kids. Make some noise for those guys.
The other thing I think you all need to recognize is we've had a couple boats that got in trouble today and their fellow anglers helped them out. So thank you for taking care of each other out there. With 4 fish from Hickson High, here comes Reagan and Rucker.
I know what I'm forgetting after you give this weight.
1098.
1098. Mamas in the crowd, boat captain wives in the crowd, listen to me, all the ladies in the crowd that are part of our group. If you sell things like Mary Kay or other things, I need to get with you. I've got to buy some stuff for the state championships for giveaway prizes to our wonderful mamas. And if you sell plunder jewelry, Scentsy, or whatever else is hot with the ladies, because I don't keep up with it, like I said, Mary Kay or whatever, I want to buy some of your stuff as part of our giveaway prizes at the state championship. So it's on you to get with me to let me know what you got so I can tell you what I need. And I want to do it both at the junior championship May the 18th and the high school championship on the last day, June the 1st. And I want to buy from the family. I don't want to buy outside the family. So you got that stuff, you're selling it, get with me after the tournament, get with me on email on something, and let's do some business.
Next up out of Lipscomb Academy is Corbin Bornstein and Thomas James with the limit. 867, 8.67.
That's what I thought for us. I don't see, oh no, I think I see my son's still got it.
Come forward.
Good
Stay
job.
closer together, please. Thank you.
From Mount Juliet with 4 fish, here comes Dylan Doak and Brooks Putnam. 10-21.
Drop them down a little and look straight ahead.
Thank you.
Next up from Grundy County is Holden Harris and Eli Myers with 2. $377.
Hey, as a personal favor, since that school team for my team that I coach, and they made the Nationals last year, and they have had a tough year, y'all make a little noise for them. This is probably their last tournament. Thank you.
Next up out of Hickson High, it's Rembeck and Rucker. They've got 3. £5 even.
After you look at her, please look at me.
From Whitwell with one fish, here comes Ethan Castle, and they got 5. Oh, 5 fish from Whitwell. I'm sorry. McDougall and Castle. I heard one over here on something else. It's a scale weight. 1070.
For a Castle to not have 5 fish on the Tennessee River would be shocking, because the Castles know how to fish.
From Hickson High, they spent too long chasing the smallmouth. It's Summerall and Harp. They got 2 big smallmouth in there. 15-14. Give me a big fish.
2?
No, there's 5.
Okay.
I want a tiebreaker fish. Is that your big one? Yeah. Put it in there.
Hey, if I've got a head coach handy that's got a second to take a
422.
walk for me, I need a head coach from one of the teams to go walk and look at something real quick. Doesn't matter who, just a head coach, please.
From Warren County, Wellman and McDowell, they've got a limit. $8.89.
Step forward and step closer together, please.
Holding them too high, boys. Drop them down. There you go.
Thank you.
Next up out of Ray County with 2 fish, it's Gothard and James.
Mom and Dad, you can get closer if you want to. Okay.
524.
Step over this way a little bit. And step forward.
Hey, before another one comes up, did any Midway parents get a picture on their phone of our leading bag? If you did, I need somebody to send that to me so I can put it on TWRA's Fish Brain account.
Next up with 5 fish, it's from Eagleville, it's Van Denmark and Hitson. $16.22.
Hello.
What a smallmouth. $4.94.
Don't hold them too high. There you go.
After you look at them, please look at me.
Again, we are paying out 17 places in scholarship checks. Big fish, top school, got draw prizes. If you leave and we call your boat number, you do not get the draw prize. Somebody else does.
All right, with 5 fish from Ray County, here comes Mr. Murray and Mr. Ray. $12.41.
Look at me next. And I need you to scoot over a little bit. Hey, and come forward and stay close together.
Coaches, thank you. We've got complete confirmation. The first, second, and third flights are completely in and accounted for. With 4 fish from Temple Academy, Paget. 819.
Come forward. Stand closer together. Thank you.
From Jefferson County with 4 fish, here comes Parker Betts and Brody Jones. 1191. For the folks at home, here we go, the top 5. In 5th place with 1548, Night Fishing, Chucky Doke. 4th place with 1557, Alcoa. 3rd place, 1622, Eagleville High. 2nd place, 2038 with a massive 1074 Big Fish, Sumner County. And in 1st place with 2315, Midway High. With a limit from Bradley Central High, here comes Painter and Knight. $12.12. From Spring Hill Jig Heads, here comes Cooper Dillo and Luke Jennings with 2. $4.42.
Hey, Cooper, smile.
It's going on Instagram. Right there first. Right there first. Look at me, please. Now look here. Good job, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes your current state's point leaders, or par today, with 5 fish from Montgomery County. It's Casey and Finch. 13-28. If there is a boat captain that has not taken your boat out of the water yet, that's still standing out here waiting on your youngins to weigh in, please come see me. If there's a boat captain, at least one, that has not taken your boat out of the water yet, come see me behind the stage, please.
And now stand shoulder to shoulder. Thank you.
Good job, guys.
From Meg's High, here with 3 fish, here comes Lunsford and Lunsford. $6.16.
Good job, guys. There first.
And stay closer together, please. Shoulder to shoulder.
Now me. I want to see some teeth. Thanks, boys. Good job.
From Coffee County, here comes Caleb and Cason Page with 3. They have jerseys on today. $5.90.
Too high, drop them down. There you go.
Dave, after this next one, I need a minute to catch up on numbers and see where we're at. With 1 fish from Mount Juliet, here comes Tanner Russell and Mr. Lowhorn. $2.50.
Okay, again, we want to give a big thank you to our site sponsor host, Fish Dayton, Ray County, City of Dayton, all those folks together through Fish Dayton. We always have a good time here. We always have phenomenal support.
Hey y'all, Knoxville Fishing Academy Sports today. Sponsor TN Bass Nation, and here's some wintertime lures that I like to pick up. So first we got the Rapala OG series, and kind of like a crawfish red color. Then we have a finesse jig, a Strike King, really good with a little crawl on the back. Now we have 2.8-inch high-tech, you can Kamiki that. And last but not least, a robo reel for a drop shot. Thank you.
Hey y'all, Nosh White, Grayson Sanford from Tennessee Bass Nation. What do you like about Academy? I like the Yum baits and Google baits. What do you like about Academy? The big baits and the spray frogs. And also you can check out Magellan Outdoors from Academy. And also don't forget, if you're with TN Bass Nation, to bring Academy receipts. Thank you.
At the best prices, only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Good pro, grab yours like that.
Stock of 100,000 F1 fingerlings here in Kentucky.
Wave at the camera, boys. Y'all be on TV here this week.
Hey folks, Jake Davis here with Southern Woods and Waters. We're down visiting beautiful Dayton, Tennessee on behalf of Fish Dayton.
Brett, sucker leg, little strike, isn't it? White bass. It's a little white bass.
Two backs with him in the backfield. Run the option to the near side. They try a reverse and the ball's loose.
There you go, there you go.
construction tournament that benefits the Rest Stop Ministries this year on Old Hickory. You know, I've been asking my good friend for a 30-second commercial about grade 8 because they are a wonderful sponsor of Tennessee Bass Nation High School. So here you go. If you need any construction work done, I don't care if it's hospital. Last weekend there was a cleanup down here on Chickamauga. I'm not sure the location of it. It was a with TWR, or not TWR, TVA in a local group. I seen something on Facebook the other day or last night that some of our teams helped out. I need the coach or one of the parents that knows about that event where you guys helped out there last weekend on the 21st. I need to know how many people showed up and how long you were there, because believe it or not, we are exactly 5 volunteer hours away from breaking our record of 8,658 hours, okay, as a group. I need to know who volunteered and how many people showed up there last weekend at that cleanup event.
That are part of our organization.
If you understand, yeah, that's 8,500 hours or so. This is remarkable for this group of folks.
It also helps a whole lot chasing more of those grants for the next year for habitat and cleanup projects. It helps to show the hours we're putting in every year. So somebody please that helped that event last Sunday.
Saturday,
okay, whichever day it was, get with us and tell us how many of our student anglers participated and how many hours they participated.
And we do have one more event coming up. If any of you know who Carl Jacobison is and his wife Kayla, they have the Fear My Heart Foundation. We're going to have a cleanup in Soddy Daisy at the Bird Sanctuary at the end of May. That's your elite angler, and there'll be a few more with them. If you want to join us on that, we'd be more than glad to have you down there. With 4 fish out of Sumner County, here comes Steelman and Johnson. $7:30.
So Steelman, did you fish alone or did they go home for the prom? He's focused on fish. He ain't heard a word I said. Fished alone today? Okay. I got 2 schools with Academy receipts turned in. Anybody else?
From Carter High, Hornet Nation with 4 fish, here comes Jackson and Hogan. Halligan. 563. All right, from Creekwood Redhawks, here comes Stone Grove and Logan Allen with a limit. It's a little bigger than you thought. It's 9-12. Yeah, there's gonna be a points change.
Speaking of the points, we'll remind you of that, especially, and some of you may not remember or you never knew. The points for the state points trail are your best 4 out of the 5 of these events. You actually get to drop a bad grade like you do in school. So your best 4 tournaments then combined with your points at the state championship determine the points. Drop them down a little too, guys. Determine your points for the state is your best 4 out of the state opens and the state championship itself. Those points combined. The state championship is double points.
With 5 fish from Loudon High, here comes Claybo and Fox. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Fox
Coach
ain't here.
running. 10:39.
Jake, Fox ain't here. This youngin' did it all by himself, and Dad's going to help him
Oh,
over.
that was Dad with him. Hey, you never can tell anymore.
Well, you know, I mean, we've got some boys that might have a beard that big. I don't think it'd have that gray in it, though.
You can smack him with a fish when you walk by, Dad.
I got more gray than him, so he ain't got nothing to worry about.
Come forward, please.
Too high, guys. Drop them down. There you go.
Turn this way and look at the coach. Turn this way and look at the coach. Hold him up there for him. He's trying to get a picture. All right, we're getting towards the end because here comes boat 145. They got 1 fish. They're out of Spring Hill. It's Thacker Davis and Joseph Meeks. 334.
Good job, boys. Good job, babe.
From Dixon County with a limit, here comes Webb and Singleton. It's a good limit. 21.53.
Look out.
I need a big fish. That's current second place. Yes. Big fish tiebreaker is going to be a 6:15.
Come forward.
All the way up to the boundary so you can get by that one at the finish. There you go.
We'll see. Which knothead? Which knothead?
Hey, wait, Eli, step to the front there. Step to the front. Eli. Hey, y'all seen how hard Eli's been working? That's one of my Grundy kids. He's holding them bags. He's helping hold fish. Give Eli a little love, please.
I just seen another toad. Another big toad that's going to challenge the big fish plus that.
Toad alert, toad alert, toad alert.
But it's not who I'm going to call up next.
Toad in the tank somewhere. In the somewhere.
With 3 fish from Alcoa, here comes Hogland and Shepherd. $6.55.
Can you stay closer together for me, please? Thank you.
Next up with just 2 fish, it's Soddy Daisy, Smith and Sneed. $4.96. Okay, here comes a friendly reminder. In 5th place, we got 1557, and that was Alcoa. 4th place, 1622, Eagleville. 3rd place, 2038, including a 1074. Everybody needs to remember that. 1074 Big Fish. That's in 3rd place. In 2nd place, a 2153 from Dixon County. In 1st place is 2315 from Midway. But ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see could be a challenger to the whole deal. I got boat number 143 back here, I believe. 143. With a limit. They're from Ray County. I give you none other than Owen Ray and Turner Thorpe. Don't strain yourself, Coach. 1901. Who caught the big fish? Down on the deck. Down on the deck, Coach. Who caught the big fish? Okay, just the big fish. 2 hands, the proper way you hold it. Okay? Watch this, folks. Here we go.
Da, 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 da. It won't come out of the bag. It's stuck.
Hold him up there properly.
Hey, yeah, get the hand under the attaboy right there. There's lots of pictures. Don't move.
Who wants to make a bet he's bigger than 1074?
Back up there. There's more people need pictures. 2 hands, please.
All right, in the scale. Fish in. Bag down. We're clear.
I'm going to want you to take a picture of
1103.
Holy crap.
Someone get me a picture of that fish, him holding it properly, please, for the Ray County magazine.
We got 1 or 2. We get another one.
Alex and Alex are going to want that picture. Where's Dennis Tomlin when we need him?
Yeah, just keep holding it there. And
Good job, boys! Look at me!
yeah, hang on. Look straight ahead. Don't hold them so high. Drop them down a little. Mama wants to see your face.
That's 4th place with 19 pounds and an 11-pound anchor. I know some alphabet soup anglers that have got to be getting excited right about now. Who's next? But 102, where are we at? You darn skippy, it would have been 13 if it would have been full of eggs. Next up with 5 fish, here comes Hayden Burnett and Camden Cranfield from Kingston High. $13.16. By the way, Coach Petty, our big fish tie line is now 16 pounds.
Oh, by the way, too, that fish that just came through here is now, at the moment, the $500 fish at the end of the year. And
Oh,
the
that's
big old
right.
trophy.
We had another change in the big fish of the year.
Stand shoulder to shoulder.
That's the leading for today, and that's money. And if it leads for the year, it's more money.
With 2 fish out of Sale Creek, here comes Elijah Griffin and Grayson Felton. How's the hand, Elijah? You the one that fell through the window? 407.
Like all wrapped up and taped up. Hey, Christina, you know that 80 degrees you wanted? It's here.
Mr. Scott Morris, if you're still on scene, please step back here and see me.
I lied. It's only 76, Christina.
Thank you.
From Loudon High, here comes Brewster and Allman with 2. $268.
Look at me, buddy. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Next up with 4 fish out of Meigs County, here comes Robertson and Newman. $12.06.
Jake, you doing all right on boat numbers? You say everybody off the water and good already?
I haven't got my sheet yet from the dock. He's on his way back here, and I'll give you a rundown here in a minute.
Well, just want to make sure we got everybody in.
Excuse me, I do have my sheets back. We'll go through them in a second.
Look at me, please. Stay closer together.
Just as a preemptive strike, parents, coaches, boat captains, if they didn't have fish and they haven't turned that number in at the tent, please make sure that number gets up here. We got to have accountability.
Next up with 2 fish out of Alcoa, it's Howerton and Lynn. $4.55.
Come forward.
Y'all sit all the way up the counter.
Thank you.
Good job.
Boat number 134 from William Blunt, Bigger and Whaley. Do not depart the grounds. Please come back up here and see me. 134 William Blunt High School, Bigger and Whaley. Report to the principal's office.
Wow. It can't be bad the way he said that. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
29 on the sheet. How many you got? 4.
Next up from DeKalb County, it is Taylor and Kent with 4. $12.49.
Hold them too high, drop them down.
Hey, can you stand a little closer together?
Look straight ahead and drop them down a little some more.
Thank you.
I try, mamas. If they got their face blocked with them fish, it's their fault. I try.
With 5 fish from Bledsoe County, Aiden Smith and Jake Anderson. $9.96.
Tanks are getting low. All flights have been in for a while. We need to make sure we got all our cards in. They're starting to check that. Son, drop them fish down. Goodness gracious. Mama cannot see your face.
Next up with 4 fish out of Lenore City, it's Richner and Snoblin. $772.
Got 2 schools turned in on the receipts contest. Are there any other schools turning in receipts today? If so, get them up here.
Next up with 2 fish out of Music City, here comes Alderman and Volbert. $339.
Do remember we're doing draw prizes after the last fish is weighed before we get the checks handed out. They got to write stuff on the envelopes. Checks are ready, the envelopes aren't. But we are doing draw prizes. Jake, we will need some rods or something out of the trailer too.
All right, next up with 1 fish from RC Anglers is Noah Loxley and Kinsley Smith.
Immediately after the last fish is weighed, we have a special presentation to make.
241, 2.41.
Immediately after the last fish is weighed, and that's pretty close, we have a special presentation to make. We want everybody's attention for that.
Next up out of Lipscomb Academy with 3 fish, it's Golan and Crow. $414. Coaches, parents, if you know of any other fish sitting out here, you better speak up in the next 2 minutes. I've got 1 team left at the tanks. They've got a limit, I believe. And we're going to close the scales here very shortly. Last call for fish. Last call for fish. Is there any other fish out here? You got 134?
I'm working 22.
Yes, we do. I got the number right here. Idiots. 144. Meigs County, boat number 144, Bishop and Ankley, I'm missing them. Jefferson County, boat 117, Brooks in Hodgkinson. Alcoa, O'Hara and Cray, 105. Coaches, I need to know where those 3 boats are. Oh, they threw them in here behind us. Hang on.
We got 2 of them. Hang on.
I got 117. I've got 105.
105 clears Alcoa. Who's 17?
117 was Jefferson County. Bishop and Ankley.
Anybody from Meigs?
We got them all because here's the last boat, 140 with a 5-fish limit out of Alcoa, Hatfield and Willis. $12.05, scales are closed.
Do we have anybody from Fish Dayton here? For actually the Fish Dayton or the Chamber? Anybody here from Fish Dayton or the Chamber of Commerce? If you are, please come up here. Jake. Jake, I need you on stage. All right, folks, if you're here, if you could gather up here close for a second before he starts calculating everything. I need 4 individuals up here. Joe Volton, Walker LaRue, JJ LaRue. Where you at? I need him up here. Oh yeah, I'd also like Miss Annie LaRue up here, please. Up on stage with Jake. So, what we do at Tennessee Bass Nation, when you are the top team in points for the year, or if you are the state championship winners at the state championship tournament, the state organization gets you championship rings. We do that because in the history of doing this, I've found one school and one school only that actually bought their kids rings for several years, and then I think we finally had another one maybe do something in the last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, y'all were points champions, right? Now, I want you to know that the boat captain, the coach of this team, decided to forego his ring so that baby girl gets the ring. She gets the ring. So she's little sister, baby girl, and Jake, stand up there with him. Get up there with him, Jake. You the prez. You all right? Get up there with him, Dad. I want a picture with all of them right there. So those were our points champions last year, and champions deserves rings. We will give Mount Juliet's team that won the tournament their rings at the state championship because Dad couldn't be here, and we don't want to do it without one of the dads. So at the state championship, they will get their rings, and then whoever wins this year will, yes sir, you're welcome. Whoever wins this year will get you your rings during the next season. It takes a minute or two to get rings done, but that is just our gift from Tennessee Bass Nation. Jake, I need the payout envelope, and I need some rods, because the payout envelope.
Hey folks, Captain Jake here with Tennessee Bass Nation. I've got a group of just amazing individuals behind me right now. We're at the Grade A construction tournament that benefits the Rest Stop Ministries this year on Old Hickory. You know, I've been asking my good friend for a 30-second commercial about Grade A because they are a wonderful sponsor of Tennessee Bass Nation High School. So here you go. If you need any construction work done, I don't care if it's hospitals, road work, buildings, apartment buildings, driveways, whatever it is, you are not going to get a better bunch of group of individuals, and I've worked with them on projects, than this bunch right back here, excluding their boss, because he ain't here. No, seriously, if you need anything done in Middle Tennessee or West Tennessee, wherever you're at in Tennessee or Kentucky or Alabama, construction-wise, heavy equipment, you need something built, you need to call this bunch right behind me, Grade A Construction out of Lebanon, Tennessee, and I'll get the website and phone number put on here to the people to get a hold of. Thank you, and y'all have a great day.
Explore comprehensive fish care techniques anytime or anywhere on the go. Together, we can make a difference. It all starts with conservation.
Hey y'all, Knoxville Fishing at Academy Sports today. Sponsor of TN Bass Nation, and here's some wintertime lures that I like to pick up. So first we got the Rapala OG series, and kind of like a crawfish red color. Then we have a finesse jig, a Strike King, really good with a little crawl on the back. Now we have 2.8-inch High-Tech, you can Kamiki that, and last but not least, a robo reel for a drop shot. Thank you.
Hey y'all, Knoxville Racing Sanford from Tennessee Bass Nation. What do you like about Academy? I like the young baits and Google baits. What do you like about Academy? The big baits and the spur frogs. And also you can check out Magellan Outdoors from Academy. And also don't forget, if you're with TN Bass Nation, to bring Academy receipts. Thank you.
Zip, buckle, clip, they say fly.
Welcome to Tennessee Bass Nation. I'm Captain Jake Davis, and this is Tennessee Bass Nation High School and Youth. Brought to you by Anderson Marine in Hendersonville, Tennessee on Old Hickory Lake. Stop by and see Joy and Ray at Anderson Marine in Hendersonville, and they'll help you out. Skeeter Boats, eat, sleep, and fish. Boats built for big water at fast speeds and a comfortable fishing platform. Yamaha Outboards. When you need the juice, you need a Yamaha. I'm just telling you folks, I've got one on my boat and you can't beat it. Academy Sports Plus Outdoors. If Academy Sports and Outdoors do not have what you need for baseball, basketball, hunting, fishing, camping, you probably don't need it. American Bait Works, distributors of Scum Frog, Snag Proof, and net baits. Denali Rods. One of the finest rods on the market right now is Denali Rods. I got them on my boat on the guide service, and they just outperform everything. Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, protecting the wildlife and fisheries for tomorrow's future. Averitt Logistics and Trucking. You need something shipped, whether it's local, cross-country, call our friends at Averitt. Shimano. Folks, they've always had great rods and reels at Shimano, and now they got hard baits. You know, we see Frank Holloway at our tournaments. Stop by and chat with him. Cedar Hill Metalworks. One of our boat captains, Ron Holt, makes all kinds of steps and can fix your trailers if you have something wrong with you, so give him a call. Livingston Lures, makers of the classic winning lures.
Midway, Owen and, how do you pronounce it? Sheeran, you're going up on stage. Mamas, come up here. If you're here, these 2 cards go with that. Mamas, you need to be up here too. We got gift cards for you. Yes. Yeah. Whatever mom's here. Yeah, come up here with them, please. Pretty please. We have never done this, but we got people waiting on prom pictures, and y'all know if mama ain't happy, in prom night, if girl ain't happy, ain't nobody happy either. Because she frowns all prom, she not going to go back out with you no more. She going to kick you to the curb after the prom. So again, give these champions a big round of applause. They are our winners today. So basically we're keeping these 2 boys from being killed by 1 or 2 mamas and 2 girls. The girlfriends have already called 10 times, they said. All right, let me go back to giving away stuff. The Denali Reel.
What vote is that,
The Denali Reel, while they're getting the rest of that together.
SRM
102.
Concrete. They'll put
102,
concrete
were
wherever
you
you
here?
need it. I promise you, I seen a concrete truck on a barge on
73.
the other day. Grade A construction.
Okay, perfect. Guys, this is
50.
I can't say enough about Grade A construction and the folks over there. They help out with all of our habitat projects, ramp projects, and sponsor
Next.
Tennessee Bass. This program is brought to you by Outdoor Ventures Productions. Richard Kirby. Marion County. Whatever it is, they can get it for you as far as lumber, site work. Yoder Concrete Pumping. If you need concrete pumped anywhere, you need to call Chris Yoder over at Yoder Concrete Pumping. Southern Woods and Waters. Tune in Thursday nights with Brandon Dowdy at Southern Woods and Waters and say hi to our friend Dayton. Folks, the Armed Forces, veterans, and active duty are proud supporters of Tennessee Bass Nation, American Legion, Disabled American Veterans out of Middle Tennessee. And other fine supporters of Scoreboard, whether it's at Old Hickory Lake at Cedar Creek Marina or on Percy Priest or out at Opryland, take the better half out for dinner out there. Like I just said, Cedar Creek Marina on Old Hickory Lake, that's where we're holding several tournaments now. Great place to visit and eat. Tim's Ford Marina, well, you know, they're catching up down at Tim's Ford. We ran them out of food, but it's a great place for the summer. They got cabins. You can go down there and rent them at Tim's Ford Marina. Four Corners Resort and Marina in Laverne. You need to stop by and see them. The Scoreboard just opened up over there this spring. Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce. Marion County Chamber of Commerce. Folks, these Chamber of Commerces bring us into the host and bring us into their communities to help us out and make sure we got rooms and all that good stuff. Paris Henry County Chamber of Commerce. Like I said earlier, these are the hosts of the 2024 State Championship. The town of Kimball in Tennessee. Kimball always supporting Tennessee Bass Nation and hosting us at Marion County Park. Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce. Who doesn't like Douglas Lake or Cherokee Lake? Go up there vacation. There again. Hardin County, Tennessee. Catfish to Cannonballs. I know we're a bass organization, but I'm going to tell you something. We all love going to Pickwick and catching them big smallmouth. Gallatin Area Chamber of Commerce. When we put in on the north side of the lake, we put in over there at Saunders Ferry, and Gallatin Chamber of Commerce helps us out. Spring City, Tennessee, Watts Bar. Fish Dayton. We all love going to Fish Dayton, and they're the host of the 2024 National Championship this year for both high school and juniors. Kingston, Tennessee, and Roane County. We'll be visiting those folks up there this coming fall, hopefully. In our all-time favorite host of the Battle of the Border, Byrdstown, Pickett County Chamber of Commerce. The Benton County Tennessee River Resort District in Camden, Tennessee. The town of Ashland City will be hosting the Central Tennessee regional championship this year. And we can't forget our friend Tom Abraham at Bassmaster Radio. You can tune in weekly on ESPN channels every Saturday, or catch him online. There you go.
Hey guys, just wanted to share my thoughts on the fizzing stuff that we're going to do at Waddington this year. I grew up in smallmouth country, fished for them in deep water a lot, fished a lot of tournaments catching them in deep water, and I'm like so embarrassed that I never learned how to fizz fish a long time ago. So I got the training on it at Waddington a couple of years ago, my first time there, and it saves the fish, guys. You know, I was always scared that I'd, puncture the fish in the wrong spot, that sort of thing, but it's really easy to do. And one of the biggest things I learned from Gene was that there's not a lot of vital organs that you're going to hit as long as you're in the right ballpark. So everybody should do the training, and it's going to help save some fish, save your fish. And, one of the reasons why I think a lot of us don't fizz them or haven't learned to fizz them is you can catch them out of deep water. They probably stay alive all day and you're liable, but they're on their side, they're belly up, and you fizz them, it's going to make their day a lot more comfortable and probably save their life.
It's not just a pastime, it's a way of life. For half a century, BASS has been a champion for conservation. It's time to sharpen your fish care skills, and you can do it for free. Scan this QR code to download your free copy of Bassmaster's Keeping Bass Alive. Inside, you'll find a trove of tips with advanced angler knowledge for fish care. Explore comprehensive fish care techniques anytime or anywhere on the go. Together, we can make a difference. It all starts. At Bassmaster, we don't just love bass fishing. We're conservation agenda, where passion meets purpose. Scan this QR mission to safeguard our passion for fishing, along with our lakes, rivers, and streams. From habitat restoration to water quality initiatives, we're making a difference. Get valuable insights, tips, and find more ways to get involved. We're working tirelessly with state agencies and conservation partners, promoting best practices in aquatic vegetation management, enhancing fish habitat, and fighting invasive species. Together, we can make every cast count. In the world of bass fishing, every catch isn't just a fish. It's a chapter in an ongoing adventure, a connection to nature, and a legacy we must protect. It's not just a sport, it's a way of life.
Bass fishing isn't just a sport, it's a way of life, and today I want to talk to you about something more important than winning trophies. Hi, I'm Jeff Gustafson, 2023 Bassmaster Classic Champion. Join me in supporting Bassmaster's conservation efforts. Scan this QR code to learn how you can make a positive impact. Catch and release isn't just a choice, it's a responsibility. For the love of the sport, for the weekend angler, and for a future Bassmaster Classic champion.
Since the early 1970s, the BASS conservation agenda has remained focused on issues related to fisheries and aquatic research conservation. In the early years, it meant taking legal action against industries polluting our nation's waterways. Today, the agenda has grown more complex. The backbone of our effort is founded on a grassroots core of BASS members and those belonging to BASS nation clubs across the country, always on the lookout for issues that have local, regional, or even a national significance. Early on, BASS recognized that bass are a renewable resource and pioneered the catch and release ethic.
We recycle the bass we catch in these tournaments. We have our sport, but we don't hurt the fishing of the future.
In the late 1960s, Ray Scott revolutionized bass fishing. He founded the Bass Angler Sportsman Society, now the world's largest fishing organization. Before his efforts, bass fishing was a niche southern pastime, often overshadowed by trout. Scott elevated its popularity and preservation. Today, his legacy lives on, a testament to his conservation efforts.
The story of catch and release actually was a trout fisherman's. Ray was just watching. He was kind of sitting up on the bank watching there, and these flagger boys, as he called them, were spread out down through there and working their line, and all of a sudden the guy set the hook and they hollered, "Fish on!" Easily led the fish in and pulled it up, and he said it wasn't more than a foot long, and everybody went crazy when he released that fish. They were high-fiving and clapping and screaming and everything, and he thought, well, what would the old bass boys do if they were releasing 5-pound bass? After I saw those people.
If they ain't here, I get to buy dinner. In 15th place, $150 scholarship, 5 fish for 13.3 pounds. 13.3 pounds. That doesn't make any sense, but I'm all right. Where am I at? Ray County, Goins and Tucker. In 14th place, 4 fish for 13.41. As of note, a 6.3 big fish in that bag. Upperman, Marone, and Lassiter. Crew, am I saying that right, Marone? Thank you.
I need you to come over here in the middle, please. Thank you.
13th place, still $150 scholarship. 5 fish, 13.5 pounds. Ray County, Wampler and Singleton.
Stay together. Stand next to the director, please. You ready? Thank you.
12th place, 5 fish, 13.76 pounds. From Siegel High, Hazlitt and Ferguson.
Maybe enough folks didn't show up.
In 11th place, they had 5 fish for 14.27 from Alcoa, LaRue, and Valton.
One last thing, folks. I'm going to post the points in the top 50 for the state later on this evening. There has been a major change in the point status.
Can y'all scoot down in the middle?
Am I in first?
No, but I'll tell you who is in first, Dave.
Who?
There's a tie for first between Cherokee.
All right, 10th place. They had 5 fish for 14.73. It is worth that. And they left too. 9th place, $300 scholarship check. 5 fish for 15.14 from Hickson, Summerall, and Harp. I think those ladies are going to the prom too.
Thank you.
In 8th place, 5 fish for 15.36. Again, a $300 scholarship check. Cherokee, Chandler, and Berryhill. You can clap for everybody. It's okay. Make a little noise, please.
Partner already left? Yeah. Well, then y'all stand together. You guys don't walk the sister down the aisle.
7th place, 5 fish for 15.48 scale weight. $300 scholarship from Chuggy Dope, Palazzo, and Ricker. Just Palazzo. He does not have to share that check.
Stay close to him. There you go.
If your partner don't come, you ain't got to give me. 6th place, 5 fish for 15.57 from Alcoa. Myers and Bailey with a $300 scholarship check. Fifth place, last $300 scholarship check. They had 5 fish for 16.22 from Eagleville High, Hitson and Vandermark.
Let's get closer together. Thank you.
All right, in 4th place, they had 5 fish for 19.01. Oh, we missed a plaque. 5th place. Come back, 5th place. Got to get your plaques, too. We need another picture. We goofed that up. 5th place. Get back up here and take another picture with your plaques. You get hardware at 5th. Get back in the middle. Scoot back over. Sometimes they get caught napping up here. All right, again in 4th place, 5 fish for 19.01. $500 scholarship check. Ray County, Ray and Tharp. They also had the big fish, which is the 11.03. That is another $200 check and another plaque. Make some noise for them, guys. That's a big fish, folks.
Together in the middle, like scoop. There you go.
Third place, they had 5 fish for 20.38 pounds. It is worth a $600 scholarship check from Sumner County, Teller and Anderson.
The middle, please.
All right, second place, we want mamas to come up here with them if mamas are here, please. Second place, they ended up with 5 fish for 21.53 from Dixon County, Webb and Singleton. Come on, make a little noise, come on. Mamas ain't here. Them gift cards are for the mamas, boys.
Center. You ready?
And before I give out top school, just a reminder, our champions today that had to go to the prom really quick, they had 5 fish for 23.15 from Midway, Owens and Sharon, however that's pronounced. I think I said Sharon before. They ended up with $1,200. Top school today. Top school is based on your top 3 weights of the day. All of Ray County that's here needs to get in the picture. All the Ray County anglers and captain need to get in the picture.
I'm gonna need some.
Get in the middle.
Start right here. 1, 2. All right, give me 4, 5 up here. 2, 3 maybe.
Remember, especially Ray County folks, we need a little help to adjust the set for the night. Juniors, your meeting will commence here in a few minutes. Pretty quick.
All right, you on the end. There you go. Good job, boys. Okay, who's number 1? Are y'all not number 1? Show your number 1s. Front row, you don't want to show number 1? Top school? Y'all are too cool for that, huh? Your back row's doing it. Front row. Get your hands out of your pocket. Me too.